and welcome to the first episode of JTV Chats. As you may or may not know, October is Disabilities Awareness Month, and joining us to chat about that is Bill Tomlinson, Executive Director of Student Services and Exceptional Student Education for St. Lucie County Schools. Welcome, Mr. Tomlinson.
Thank you, Sarah, for inviting me.
It's very nice to have you here.
I'm very glad to be here today.
Well, I have a few questions for you today.
Okay.
So I'll start it off with, what is the goal of St. Lucie County Schools as far as disabilities awareness, not only during the month of October, but all year as well?
Well, even though the month of October has been proclaimed as Disability History and Awareness Month by the governor, we still practice acceptance and understanding of individuals throughout the entire year. That's our major focus, that education is for all children, and no matter what level of disability or what condition you may have, you're still entitled to an education. And we believe that if we foster a better understanding, if we help people understand the history of how people have fought and advocated over the years for an equal opportunity, there will be a greater acceptance for children in schools.
It's wonderful to see that in schools.
Yes.
So the second question would be, what changes have you seen as far as opportunities for students with disabilities, as well as those students are treated in schools over the years?
Students with disabilities have been included in schools since the early 40s, but since 1975, with the passage of the Education for All Disabled Act, there has been a greater focus on how we educate all children. And over the years, we've seen greater understanding and greater inclusion of children. We're no longer having children educated in separate schools or separate classes. We have more students included every single day. They're able to be educated with their non-disabled peers. They're able to go to their school in their environment, in their community, and be active and contributing members of the school just like any other student.
That's true. That is true.
Yes.
Okay, and finally, what can both kids and adults do to be more aware and supportive of students with disabilities on campus?
Just to understand and accept, and that we're all more alike than we are different. There are no great differences among people, that we have to accept people with different learning styles. We have to accept that people may get around differently. Some children may use wheelchairs for mobility. Some kids use walkers. Some kids are blind or visually impaired. Some have hearing impairments. At the most current statistic, that about 1 out of every 5 individuals will have some form of a disability. The more acceptance and understanding we have, and the more knowledge that we have, the greater we will all be.
It does come down to all of us too.
Yes,
it really does. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for joining us as well. We'll see you on the next episode of JTV Chats. To stay up to date with all the great JTV Studios programming, click subscribe below and follow us on Twitter and Facebook.